What can I eat? That is the biggest question that's always asked. And here's the answer. You can actually eat whatever you want to eat. And here's how. Let's say you have, for example, I'll use my husband who has CKD. I'll use his. He has a limit of 900 milligrams of phosphorus per day. Bloop, right here, 900 milligrams. So he can eat any food that contains that phosphorus each day until he uses up this 900 milligrams, right? If he wants to eat meat, he can. If he wants to eat beans, grains, dairy, whatever it is, chocolate, whatever he wants, he can eat it as long as he counts that, right? If he wants to have some chili that's got meat and beans in it, as long as he counts that phosphorus, bloop, it's counted, right? If you're counting protein, you have to manage that, right? If you are watching potassium, right? If you want a banana, let's say you have a medium-sized banana that's 360 milligrams for a medium-sized banana of potassium, right? You can have it, pull it out of your allotment of potassium each day, right? But then the thing is it's easier to tell you to avoid those higher potassium foods. It's easier to tell you to avoid those higher phosphorus foods. It's easier to tell you to avoid meats, grains, nuts, beans, dairies. We're running out of foods. It's easier to tell you to avoid all these things than it is to tell you how to work with them, right? Just because they're higher in these certain nutrients, it's easier to tell you to avoid them than to show you how to work with them when you actually can have them. You just have to account for their nutrition. What it comes down to is you have to understand how much you can use and how to combine them properly. You absolutely can use them. It's just when you're having them, they're foods that are eating up a lot of what you're allowed, right? So for example, if you're allowed about 900 milligrams of phosphorus and you decide you want to eat something that contains, let's say, 300 milligrams of phosphorus, that's just taken away like a third of the phosphorus that you're allowed. That's kind of a lot, isn't it? Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why it's easier to say, oh, don't have that. But in actuality, you can. It's not, it's obviously not optimal, but you technically could. So what we like to do in the CKD nutritional program is teach you how to actually work with all these foods and incorporate them safely. So that way you're actually enjoying them again. It's going to be probably in smaller amounts, but you're working them in and you're having them, you're enjoying them, and you're not feeling deprived. So if you want to know more and you want to be on this team that's understanding that, yeah, you actually can enjoy any of these foods. You don't have to deprive yourself and you don't have to limit yourself, and be on the team that says, yeah, the answer is you can have the foods that you want to have, then come on over to howtoeatforckd.com and find out more